good people. My name is Pure Mahlake and welcome to my channel. If this is your very first time joining us, where have you been? But anyways, welcome. But if it's you, honeys, my goodies, and my oldies, welcome back, gang. Okay, so today's video is basically a little bit of an update on the kitchen. We are on our way to part 3. I know, the grand reveal. So between then and now, I will be giving a little bit of short videos on just how you can spruce up your kitchen. You know, I know that a lot of people actually ask me. I mean, we're not a lot, but it's a lot for me, right? So people are asking me, okay, I'm renting and I would like to actually give my kitchen, you know, my taste, my little spice to it. So how do I go about it? So this video is gonna touch on that and also just touch on a little bit of advice on how to make your kitchen look lush, luxurious, without breaking the bank. So we are doing this in a budget, and this is fitted for people who are students, people who are, you know, still putting things together, people who actually are still renting, or people who are, you know, people prefer to rent instead of actually owning property because of whatever reasons that they've got. We are all not the same. So this is for people like that. Everything that I'm going to be talking about here is things that are budget friendly, and second of all, things that are really accessible, and things that are actually going to be things that you can actually use over and over again. Some of them are things that you can easily detach or easily rip out, and you can go about your day and you can move on to your next property if you need to. So it's things that will not put you in trouble with your landlord, and also things that will not obviously break the bank. Okay, so I will be showing the different things that you can actually purchase yourself to actually make your kitchen a little bit more elevated. Okay, let's get right into it. Invest in a very beautiful vase, one of these big vases, and just add any kind of greenery to it, or any kind of organic twigs from outside. As you can see, I've used something from their garden that was an old off cut of a tree, and I'm telling you, just elevates the space because of this organic look that it has on the countertops. This absolutely works. So I just use a tree that was from the outside, and it just elevates the space. So the next one is actually changing from the branded items that we buy our dishwashing soaps in, as well as the lotions, and you actually swap them out to look uniform and look kind of like they belong together. So I would decant whatever that I need to be using, that I'll be using in the kitchen, whether it's lotion as well as a hand wash, or as well as a dishwashing liquid that I'm going to be putting on the island or any space when I'm going to be washing dishes. And I just put them in these are cheap, you could always buy them, they are glass. I like these ones because they just look elevated. I'm going to put like little labels on them, and put them on a little tray. It absolutely elevates the space that you're in, and it doesn't even look like you are putting soap and lotion on your countertops or wherever that you're going to be washing dishes. One of the easiest ways to elevate your space is actually changing your hardware. I love these. This is what I'm going to be changing mine into. They are beautiful and gorgeous and very lush. You're going to do the same thing. Okay, another thing is I drink a lot of tea, and have a designated place where you actually make your coffee and your tea. It just like elevates your space. It doesn't even have to be a large area. It can be a small area. Like right now, as we are using the kitchen, I'm going to be using a little spot, you know, near the stove for my coffee and my tea, and that's because really it is closer to the stove, and we are still busy on the other side of the kitchen. So I got this literally on sale, and it's a tea box, and I'm just going to be decanting all my tea bags and putting them in there and putting in my coffee station. It just elevates that space, so consider doing this as well. Leave it in the comment section. What type of teas are you into, or how do you like your coffee? And are you into coffee syrups? Let me know, and we can actually talk about it even in the part where I'm actually doing my coffee station later. Next is actually having these hooks, right? These hooks work like a hook that you would actually drill into the wall, and you would hang anything from a painting to anything that you need to hang on your walls that you don't really need a drill for, or that you would need a drill for. So you paste onto that tile, and then you hang whatever that you need to hang. I'll be inserting some pictures to show you just how you can actually use them. These are my lights. I've been waiting on these, and they're finally here. These are actually some of the lights, the wall sconces that I'm gonna be using in my kitchen. And because now I had not planned for hard wiring, I've got a trick that I'm gonna use, and I know that you can use this very trick as well. You don't really need hard wiring. I'm just gonna put them on the wall and actually use a rechargeable light, and just like stick it inside, and whenever it needs to charge, I'll take it out and obviously charge it, and I will never ever have to worry about getting an electrician to come and install, make allowance for the lights and switches and all that. I'll never ever have to worry about that. So this is what I'm gonna be doing, and I'm gonna be putting it on my wall. I'm so excited. So this is also one of the ways you can elevate your kitchen. These are the lights that I'm talking about. They are rechargeable, and they have a magnetic back end, and whenever that you need to charge them, you just detach them from the magnet, and obviously you can charge them and then put them back on. The beautiful thing also is that they come with a remote, so you can always switch them to whatever temperature that you want, warm or bright, daylight, whatever that you want to do. But light always elevate any space. I will obviously show how I'm gonna be doing this when we are installing them. Right after they're finished tiling our backsplash, I'll be able to actually put them on the wall. Wall lights always elevate spaces, child. So the next one is just me showing you how beautiful it is under different lighting. The tree thingies from outside, and obviously the soap dispenser and the lotion dispenser looks absolutely beautiful. Another way to elevate your space is actually contact paper. This is actually our coffee table right now. I'm gonna be changing it, but this is contact paper. Literally, this is contact paper. So this is some of the contact papers that I have on hand that I'm gonna be using for other projects, but this wood looking one will be used in the. Hello there again, good people. It's actually the next day, and the reason for that is yesterday I had to stop filming because my baby was just not feeling well, so it was a bit grumpy. So I also had to just look after him and see if I can't take him to the hospital because he was really not feeling well. So it turns out we didn't have to go to the doctor or the hospital. It was just not okay because he's teething, and he's teething. There's like 3 teeth that are coming out at the same time, so I think it's going through quite a bit. So anyways, I'm just going to continue now from where I left off. I'm just going to add on to the things that I've already shown you that I'm actually going to be implementing in my own kitchen. So one of the things that you should consider changing is your backsplash. Like, that's if you don't like a backsplash, or if you just want to elevate your kitchen to the next level, which is like lush. So I would say that consider changing your backsplash. I would advise, right, that if you are not renting and it's your actual, it's your own place, or if your landlord doesn't mind you changing things around, I'd say that consider actually using a very large format porcelain tiles, like those very huge tiles, because they cover a lot of space. So they cover a large surface area and they just look elevated, they look lush, because there's no seams, there's no grout lines now and then. And also I feel that they are a little bit cheaper. The reason for that is, if you're using those what do they call them? Those tiles that are I'll be right back. So I would say, instead of using the little mosaic type of tiles where they sell it per sheet, they are beautiful. I love them so much. My bathroom floors and showers are actually those hexagon mosaic type of tile. They are beautiful. Even those penny ones, the round ones, they are absolutely gorgeous. However, they are expensive because they sell it to you per sheet. So as much as we would love them and they're beautiful in as a backsplash, or actually putting up tiles that are a little bit too small, that you have to do a whole lot of tiling, as well as you have to actually buy a lot of tiles to fit that space, I would say that instead of doing that, buy those large format porcelain tile. They cover a huge surface area, and sometimes, because it's not a very big area, it's not like the floors and the walls in other rooms, it's a small area between the two cabinets, the top and the bottom cabinet. So because it's not a lot, you won't need a lot of tiles, and as well as you can actually find the tile that you want going for cheap, right? So you'd find them like on a sale, because maybe they have just a few boxes left and they really don't know what to do with them, so they will actually mark them down, and when you buy them, you don't need a lot of them. So because you're not covering a lot of space, so you'll be able actually get them at a more reasonable price. And of course, if you are renting and you are looking to see what you can do with your backsplash, there's always these I'll put something here to indicate what I'm talking about. This peel and stick backsplash, like they look like a tile that you would love, usually those mosaic tiles or a subway tile. So you just buy those peel and stick, and they literally stick on any tile. Like they literally stick even on smooth painted walls, they would actually fit there as well. So you can buy those and you can stick them on, and when you are ready to move out, you can just peel them off, and off you go to the next apartment or to the next property that you're going to be moving into. So I'd say go for that. It really elevates the your kitchen, and as well as it saves you a lot of money as well. And you can actually have a brand new kitchen with just changing the backsplash. Okay, another thing that is absolutely important, and that I will absolutely give my 100 support on, is changing hardware. Now, this is rent friendly for renting people, as well as people that all have, the apartment is theirs, or the house is theirs, the property belongs to them, but they actually want a little change to their kitchen. You can just change the hardware. Find the hardware that you love, that goes in with your new style and your look, and just change the hardware. It's the easiest thing to do. If you are owning the property and you are okay maybe with the the hardware that you've got, the pulls and the handles, I would say then maybe you can spray paint them to the color that you want. It works. And nowadays we've got like options of spray painting things, because really the type of material that we have now is really good quality, and you have a lot of variety, so you can always use a good spray paint for hardware, and you can spray paint them and enjoy your new kitchen. So if you can change the backsplash and then change your drawers and the pulls, through your pulls and your handles, I think that will absolutely elevate your kitchen nowadays. I know, I mean, gold is timeless, and as well as stainless steel, silver, chrome, as well as this matte black that's really in. Those are things that you can always go for. Those are colors or types of hardware that you could always go for. But obviously there's different types of hardwares that will fit into your style to make your kitchen unique, and obviously elevate it to a little bit of a higher status. Okay, another one that is a little bit more daunting, right? A little bit more intimidating, is actually changing your mixer or your faucet, right? So you find that in your kitchen there's already an installed faucet that you're using, or a mixer that you're using, and you may actually look into changing it, right? Maybe you're okay with it, but maybe you want it to be matte black, or you want it to be gold, or whatever that you want it to be. So what you can do is actually try to find a faucet or a mixer that is got a similar plumbing setup as the one that you originally have, so that you don't have to deal with plumbing, right? So that's another very easy way, but I know it's intimidating, but it's very easy to elevate your kitchen. And I think that it's something that, Mina, if I wasn't changing my kitchen to what it is now, I would actually go for that option, because the plumbing for the faucet that we currently have right now, which is in our scullery, is a different setup. I'll put a picture here, but I'm gonna be putting this one, this more industrial one, and I think it's something that you can do even when you're renting. You can just change it up, and you fasten it on. I think I will show something of that effect when we are changing ours for the scullery. So you can just, it's really an easy fix. You don't even need real plumbing, but obviously you can get somebody who has a little bit more knowledge on actually plumbing stuff. So I'd say go for it. Why not? And when you're moving out, you just take it out and you change it back to the original faucet. This one is absolutely a doable one. This one obviously will not be for those that are renting, but I can give you some options even if you are renting and you actually want to actually do this one. This one is an actual game changer. You can actually paint your kitchen cabinets, right? You can paint them and get away with it. Paint them a color you want, change them up to what you want them to be, and it will literally refresh your kitchen to a brand new kitchen, right? Sometimes we want a beautiful kitchen, but we just don't have the budget to actually gut out the whole thing and start all over again. So I'd say that go for this one. Paint them. You can actually paint them, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing, because I wanted to use my cabinetry that I previously had, and I just added a little bit more wood, to actually add on to it, because the kitchen is a little bit bigger now. But I will definitely be painting my cabinetry to the color that I want, and whenever I'm tired of that color, I'll change it to another color that I want. So you have options, people. You can actually change them and paint them, even if you are renting. If your cabinets are flat, right? As in, they don't have that rounded edge, they're just flat cabinets. You can actually buy a contact paper that is whatever color that you want, and you can stick them on there, and they are waterproof, they are fireproof, they are very durable, so you can actually change them to the color that you want. I know that will also be daunting for some people, but obviously that is if you are brave enough to do that. And obviously when you are leaving, you're just gonna peel them off and wipe them down, and then you are done. Another way to elevate your kitchen to a lush, beautiful area that you love going into every day is actually painting your kitchen tiles. I know, right? So we're living in a time where you've got so much options, right? So what if you want a brand new kitchen, you want to change the flooring, but you don't have the budget for it? Paint them. You can. I promise you, I'll insert some pictures here to indicate, other people that have painted their floors, and it works. There's another one that I've seen making its rounds, in the deco space, and that is those. They're not necessarily vinyl, but it's like a peel and stick type of wood, looking, I don't know, material, right? It is very durable, and you can actually just lay them flat on your kitchen floors. And the only thing that you need is to have the kitchen that has a level floor, as in it must not be untiled. It must be, it must already have flooring, obviously, excluding carpet. But you can actually have it any surface that is flat. So if you originally have tiles in the kitchen, but you want a wood looking tile, you can actually buy that peel and stick that is very durable and that is waterproof, and you can just place them on top of your tile, and you can use them for the duration that you are there. And when you are tired of it, child, you can just rip it out and call it a day. Another way that is absolutely a game changer is a movable or incorporating an island, right? So even if your kitchen is small, you can, like, let's say you have this property, you don't want to gut out the whole kitchen, you don't want to change the whole setup, but you would like an addition of an island. So you can actually do this. Get an island made for you. Excuse me, you get an island made for you that is actually movable. Like, you can literally just move it to whatever area that you want it to be, and you can always use it as an island whenever you need to use it as an island, but you can literally move it around. So it's one way to incorporate an island into your space in the kitchen, and obviously more cabinetry there, and also more workstations. So it's an option. I mean, if you have the budget, but not necessarily for a whole kitchen budget, and you want to incorporate an island, you can actually get an island that is movable, and it can be done for you with the countertop that you want. It can match the existing countertop that you have in your kitchen, and you can have an island, people. Another way that you can spruce up your kitchen to a beautiful beast is actually having minimal appliances on your countertops. Okay, have minimal appliances. So don't be that girl that just places all appliances, all kinds of things on your countertop. I know my kitchen is currently like that, and it's not appliances really, but it's like a whole lot of things that I'm putting there, waiting for some of the shelves to go into their cabinetry, and I can be able to put things where they actually should belong. But that's one way of elevating your kitchen. Just have a clean look with little clutter on the countertops. Another way to update your glorious kitchen is actually putting floating shelves. I know they're easy to install, and also you can actually use that very strong double-sided tape, or even the little hooks that I showed you earlier, where you can just hook them on and you can keep them there, because those hooks can actually hold up to about 50 kilograms. So you have nothing to worry about. You can actually put your floating shelf there, and when you are done, child, you can just rip it up and take out that hook that is pasted on the wall, or that is stuck on the wall, and you can call it a day. So you can actually elevate your kitchen by adding floating shelves, where you can have decorative items there, or actually decorate with the dinnerwares that you already have, whatever ornaments that you want to use in your kitchen to decorate it, and you can just elevate your kitchen using floating shelves. Rather really looked down upon, or rather missed, or people are sleeping on this one. People are sleeping on this next one, and that is incorporating wall art in your kitchen. I think it's absolutely stylish. I think it's beautiful. Don't be scared. Add a little bit of artware, artware on your walls in the kitchen. I think it's a game changer. Try it. I mean, what do you have to lose? And if you are not renting and you actually want to be a part of this gang of actually having an elevated kitchen style where the kitchen is beautiful and glorious, add downlights, people. Downlights. They just elevate the kitchen. I don't know. I know it looks like an office to a certain extent, but it works, okay? So having some downlights, and instead of having that one fluorescent light across the kitchen, ceiling, just have downlights installed, and it will just instantly elevate your space. Another thing is adding cabinet lighting, right? You know that under cabinet lights, that strip lights, add that, right? So we're living in a time, this can be for people who can do whatever that they need, alterations to their kitchen that is permanent, and people who are also renting, right? We're living in a time where the strip lights that you add, that LED lights that you can add on top of your cabinets, as well as the bottom of your cabinets, and at the very bottom of your cabinets, you can add that light. It just elevates the kitchen. Now, today, we have those LED strip lights that are actually battery operated as well as rechargeable. So you don't really need to have like wiring and all of that, even if you are renting, you just stick them on and you put batteries in there. And obviously, you can also opt for the one that you charge. So you charge it, and then it can also sense light. It has a sensor. So whenever you come into the kitchen and it can pick you up that someone is in the kitchen, it will just instantly light up. So those are the items that I would actually do in my kitchen. Majority of them are things that I'm already incorporating in my kitchen, and it's things that I feel like they do give your kitchen an elevated look. They do give your kitchen a little bit of an upgrade, okay? So these are the things that I'm going to be doing, and I hope that you guys will take some of the items that I've already listed and shown you guys, and let me know in the comment section if you are going to be incorporating some of these things, or if you have even more items or things that you would actually add and minus on your kitchen that actually will elevate your kitchen. Let us know in the description box. We will love it, child, and we will share. Obviously, if you are going to be doing a kitchen update, whatever it is that you're going to be doing, send me some pictures. I want to see what you guys are up to, because I am going to be showing my grand reveal for my kitchen in a couple of weeks, right? We are still busy with it, so I don't want to show things that are incomplete for part 3. It's just going to be the grand reveal, and I will be going through every item that is in the kitchen and giving you details as to where can you get those for yourselves. Okay, my lovies, thank you so much for watching, and have a great one. Love you. Bye.